I want to begin by just sort of how did Jeff and I both get here, and we want to tell a couple of stories. In my case, 4 years ago I saw an article that said that monarch butterflies had dropped from 1 billion to 30 million. 30 million still sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, we were at $1, we're now down to our last 3 cents. And I asked myself 2 questions. How do I feel about that? Well, the honest answer is I don't feel very good. But then the second question I asked myself is, how would I explain the disappearance to my own kids? And I couldn't. And the cognitive dissonance between what I felt in my mind and what I felt in my heart was too great that I knew I had to take action. And in my case, all I did is I just planted a butterfly garden. It was just a small act. But then I had this epiphany just last year. I was on the internet in one of those wormholes, sort of wasting time at work, and I came across this photo. I'm like, that's beautiful. And I thought it was a tree, but it's known as a river tree. And what this is, it's the Colorado River dying before it gets to the Gulf of California. A river dying. I'm not an environmental scientist, but I'm like, that is not good. And then, after I saw that photo, the very next article I read on the internet was about the Himalayan glaciers melting at an astounding rate. And here's why this is important. Those glaciers feed some of the world's largest rivers. The Ganges in India, the Mekong, the Yangtze in China. 2 billion people rely on those rivers for their livelihood. And the possibility that those glaciers are going to melt within 2 decades is a real possibility. And so when we talk about looking east, I mean, in 2 generations, an entire livelihood of how billions of people have survived on this planet might be gone. As a futurist, I simply couldn't say, oh, that's 50 years in the future. I felt compelled to take action.